Um, moving on, we're going to go into the chip shortage that is apparently happening worldwide. Apparently, if you are part of the PC Master Race, you can't get any. What do they call them? Nvidia's 3090s or whatever the fuck they are. Doesn't matter. GM has also shut down production on all new vehicles. Temporarily, obviously. But, who knows how long that's going to last. So, first of all, my question to the both of you is, why is this happening? Why do we not have these chips? Or semiconductor, supercomputer chips, or whatever the fuck they are?
I think it has to do with manufacturing and distribution.
Okay, obviously.
And the costs of the whole 5G network, new cell phones.
So you think more of these chips are being allocated to cell phones rather than automobiles?
Not necessarily, but in general, like the whole entire section of cars, anything that needs that chip, it's in such a high demand that they're not being able to produce them as much as they could.
Right, obviously not produce them as much as they could, but you're saying that it's because of 5G?
No, that's just one of the...
That would indicate to me that more of these chips are being allocated for cell phones versus automobiles. So, going by that, you think that the world market domination is going towards cell phones rather than transportation?
It's possible.
It is possible.
That's a good point.
I'm not arguing
that. No, that's a good point because cell phones, I don't think, have a shortage, right?
But at the same point, I don't know if the chip shortage is due to 5G.
Right. Well, that's just, like I said, just a small fraction of the bigger problem, with the whole chip problem.
Okay, what's your opinions on this matter?
I think it's an economic thing where trade's getting shut down and people are hoarding. China and Taiwan are basically the only two places.
Did you say hoarding?
Hoarding.
I don't think anyone's hoarding any of these chips. They're selling them for max profits.
Okay. But they're
It has to do with semiconductors too.
right. Well, semiconductors are created from China and Taiwan, and that's where
Well,
the
semiconductors will be various metals and whatnot that are used in these little tiny chip boards.
Yeah, they still have to be made.
They still have to be made and everything, but could there not be like a metal shortage based on the fact that no one's really been working throughout the world and no one's been mining mining these metals that we need to make this shit?
I'd be hard pressed to believe that they've shut down the mines. I don't think.
Well, in some countries, the lockdown, stringency was a lot more severe than it was here.
Right. I think that affects more of the manufacturing than it does the actual rare materials.
A lot of the materials come from like Africa and stuff. I don't see Africa showing.
Well, actually, a lot of, in particular, lithium in the lithium-ion batteries in our cellular devices, a lot of that comes from South America.
And lithium from asteroids or something like that? What's it called?
It's a metal. I don't know.
It's a metal.
I know, but I think
it comes from the earth somewhere.
Yeah, but I read somewhere that it's asteroids or something.
I mean, possibly, but that just sounds like far-fetched to me. I don't know.
I think it's not 100%.
I think we stated earlier that most of the water on Earth didn't actually develop on Earth, and it came from like asteroids.
Frozen.
So a lot of materials may have come from
Well, actually,
asteroids, but
more likely than coming from an asteroid, it probably came from a comet, because comets are mostly
yeah.
That's just what I. Because at one time
I have to get more into astronomy.
What do you say? I love space.
I was taking lithium at one time,
Right.
medication, and I remember
I'm pretty sure we're talking about different types of lithium.
lithium is lithium. It's just.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's probably watered down. I don't think.
Well, it's not.
So you're basically just putting like a chunk of metal in your mouth.
No, it's obviously
That's
designed for you to take it, but it's got lithium in it.
You take iron. Iron is metal. That's something that we have in a lot of the foods.
Either way, like cobalt's a good example for Africa. Cobalt's hydrogen. I'm not saying it's has to do with the chips, but third world countries, I don't see them shutting down like.
I don't see that either.
well, I mean, I guess it really depends on like how hard pressed they are for GDP. There's got to be a lot of factors, I think, that go into that decision.
I think COVID's the last thing a lot of different countries are worried about.
Have you ever seen them go into the mines?
A lot of poor
No.
countries.
Dude, they'll go in the old mine shafts, go down with like a sandwich and a beer, and be down there for like 3 days. This old, fucked up mine shaft.
With one sandwich and one beer?
Yeah, and
Are
they'll
you
split
kidding
it
me? I'll at
between-
least take a sick bag with me.
They can't afford it.
Yeah, they can't.
And they'll be down there for 3 days and hope that the rocks that they fucking mine had some
Or
gold.
something?
Yeah,
Or
so
else
they'll
they
come
don't
back
get paid?
up. Right, 3 days back up again.
That sounds like a shit job.
That's all they got, dude.
Or just saying. Alright, let's move on. Okay, as far as this chip shortage and everything goes, obviously we are all here gamers, right? To an extent.
Right.
Me, not as much some more. You are fucking off with your World of Warcraft bullshit.
Got a raid.
But the scalpers with these new consoles, in particular the Xbox Series X and the PS5,
Still going on.
still going on. Apparently, we looked it up earlier. Apparently, average price for a Series X was about $800, and an average price for PS5 was $900. When do you think this bullshit will end?
It can end in a couple ways. One, they figure out how to stop scalpers with their auto buy little bots that they have. But that probably won't happen. So they just need back to the old chip shortage. After the chips start coming in, the
Okay.
scalpers.
Right. Well, all right. Let me propose this question to you. On top of that, what if instead of selling shit online like they're doing and allowing the bots to buy the shit, what if they just sold the shit in the store so you actually had to? I know no one wants to do this, too, but go into the store and buy the thing for retail value instead of paying an extra. What, like fucking like $200-$300?
It's- I think stores still are getting them. They're just in short stock. Like they get X amount.
Right, they probably only get like 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's something stupid, man. Like,
And then the rest of them are sold online and they get bought up by the scalpers, which is what I'm saying is fucked.
I think there's going to be like a back and forth with it on people trying to stop scalpers and people scalping. It's like a business, and it's kind of like maybe it's not really. I mean, I don't know if
Well,
it
it
is.
is,
not, but
it is a business
it's
because
really
I
a
heard about
business.
someone making $2 million selling like
oh,
next gen consoles.
But there's
in,
gonna be a
1 year.
they get like pallets of that shit.
There's going to be a back and
$2
forth.
million profit.
Right.
Stupid. Stupid. I guarantee that motherfucker ain't claiming that shit on taxes either.
And the bottom line is, I don't think that the companies that are selling them, like Sony or
They don't
Xbox,
care
they don't
because
care
they're getting paid anyway.
They're still making their money one way or another.
Right.
So
Well,
they're not
I mean,
they're not
realistically, it would be
smart
more
fighting.
beneficial for these companies, however, to actually get them out into the hands of consumers rather than the scalpers, because they would also benefit from, like, Xbox Live or whatever the shit is on PlayStation. I don't fucking know.
PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus.
You know what? you know,
That's my opinion.
He's not biased at all.
I'm not. This motherfucker over here is like PC Master Race. Fucking.
There's just more, there's more games. There's more games to play. I feel like I have more control of my characters. I can play more complex games because I have a keyboard and mouse rather than just a controller. There's more buttons. I mean, I just like it better. I just like playing on the computer better.
He likes it better.
Now, how is the shortages on the PC side?
I don't know. I bought all my stuff before the launch.
Shortage.
Well, I bought it during